Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is a quick update on the Balakliya front. So this is Kharkiv city, and the southeast of Kharkiv city is the Balakliya front. So you can see that the map has significantly changed because of situation on the ground, where the Ukrainians that were fighting at Semenivka actually went around Semenivka, and then they actually head towards Shevchenkove as per reported previously. And the however, looks like the Russian defending on this area is terrible. The Ukrainian forces break through and they blockade the entire southern part of Shevchenkove, and they left some forces here to blockade the city, and then the rest of the forces continue down the road, and they just speed through the road, and they are actually captured on video, or actually they took video of themselves driving through Boriske, which was geolocated as per reported by Balakliya Volume 1, and the forces has reportedly reached as far as the outskirts of Hrushevka, according to the pro-Russian source Ryba. So pro-Russian source Ryba actually reported that they reached the highway near the village of Hrushevka, which is actually here. So then there is another force that actually after the breakthrough at Balakliya, where they captured this. I told you guys that the Ukrainian forces will be using this and fan out as far as they can, because the entire area here is unlikely to be defended, and is exactly what they did. They sent the forces into two different directions. One is actually going towards Vasily. However, there's a lack of information on how far they went and what happened to them. But however, there is a force heading towards Vasily, where they want to capture this important hub, this communications hub that I mentioned before. And there's another force that went through all the small roads, very tough roads all the way, and they engaged. They contacted the Russian forces at Senskove. There would be Russian forces around here because they were actually guarding this crossing here across the Oskil River. So probably this is why there are Russian forces here, and they met the Ukrainian forces, and they are reportedly fighting over here. The Ukrainian objective over here is to actually take over the bridge so that they can cut off communications and supply routes to the south, because otherwise you can see that the road from Kupiansk have to go through Senskove and cross here, and then go all the way down and then cross back before they can reach Izyum. If they want to go straight to Izyum, the roads are actually terribly messy. There is no clear road going down, so which is why they actually need to go through these two bridges, and the Ukrainians know this very well, and they're trying to capture Senkove. Remember, I also mentioned the weak point at Zaliman. So apparently Zaliman is under Russian control. Ryber is probably right on this, and so I have changed it back to Russian control, and the Ukrainians is actually attacking Zaliman. However, Zaliman is defended as per how the Russians defend all the different front lines. They actually deploy troops at the choke points, and Zaliman is one of those choke points. So the Ukrainians are fighting at Zaliman. They are trying to break through and capture Savisi, and then go on to Vasily. However, this did not work out because there is Russian defenders over here. However, this is not going to look good because the Balakliya forces, the Russian forces at Balakliya, have withdrawn. So by the evening time, the Russian units have withdrawn from the city, reportedly very organized, eastward. So they are probably driving all the way to Savinci, and there is a good chance that they might want to hold defense here, or they might actually stay here, cover the retreat from Zaliman, and then they will all retreat to Vasily and hold this position here. There's a high chance that they will have to do that. As reported during the summary and the live stream about the Balakliya offensive, I did mention that I have actually no idea how they're going to deal with this situation here, because it's not tenable. So the only place they can go now is Vasily, and they need to hold this position if they want to protect these forces in Izyum and south of Izyum. However, so this Balakliya is captured as per the withdrawal, so it is officially captured. The other confirmed captured is a Beriske, due to the fact that there is a video footage of them over there. So far, the Ukrainians are very welcomed by the civilians. Seemingly, videos have shown the civilians coming out to wave the Ukrainian flag, and there's also a very out of the way situation where there's not Ukrainian troops, but there is a person tearing down the Russian flag and then replacing it with a Ukrainian one, and then there's a drone taking the video of this situation. He reportedly exchanged on the radio tower around, I think it's this radio tower here. So the problem with this is that this is very out of the way. I cannot see a clear way how the Ukrainian troops can reach here. However, if the entire road is totally undefended, it is possible to be able to travel this far away. For example, a force will actually break from here. So for example, they start off from here, from Balakliya. So they drive here to Bahadirivka, and then the Bezme Yatezne Krasivka, and then from here at this road here, before they reach Spodobivka, they can actually break down to Chernobyevka, Novoselivka, Bahaivka, and then all the way down here. It's only 55 kilometers away, or 56 kilometers. You can easily drive this with the standard military vehicles and reach there in an hour's time. So this is also possible. However, tentatively it's unclear if this is the case, or is this just one of those sleeping agents or troops that are already embedded within the population, getting the signal to come out and change the flag. That could be also possible. The spies or just their commander forces that have already embedded themselves into this territory, reporting intel for a long time. Intel soldiers. That could be also possible. So if they are going to be reaching here, then this is likely the route. So tentatively, not so sure if this is the case. Similarly, to reach the fight at here seems very unlikely. However, if you look at the actual distance that they need to travel, you can see that it's also only just 52 kilometers away, which is also a 1 hour drive. And let's say given that this is all small roads and they have to drive slower, maybe 2 hours. 2 hours is still pretty fast, given the fact that every kilometer is very hard won, have to be won with a lot of blood and sweat. And given that this entire area is undefended, it is possible that they are able to drive all the way here. Here is slower because there are Russian forces at Shevchenkove. So transversing around Shevchenkove might take a bit more time. However, driving down the highway is not going to be that difficult. The Kupiansk is definitely will be defended, but the amount of forces the Russians have here is unlikely to be a lot. Given the fact that this is already so undefended, it's unlikely that the Russians will have a huge garrison over at Kupiansk. As far as I can estimate, what is likely to happen is that the Russians are now rushing forces down to Kupiansk from Russia itself. If not, they're going to lose this important hub of a transport hub at Kupiansk. And should Kupiansk fall, and that will actually opens up the entire northern Luhansk for the Ukrainians taking. And because this area is unlikely to be defended as well. So the cutting Kupiansk means the Russians were able to push all the way south to Svatove. And by the time if they can reach here, the Izyum will be entirely cut off. And it will not be encircled, but it will be entirely cut off from resupply and reinforcement. So things will be one hell of a more difficult for the Russian forces. So anyway, this is just a quick update on the situation on the ground here on at the Balakliya front. Cannot do this in the stream because it's already 7 a.m. in the morning. I need to sleep. Yeah, anyway, I see you in the next update.